SolaFide making their way in towards countdown here, and they have the Kraber in their hands at Gentrifyinq as well, which means they can look to create an opening to push up onto a team who are going to be in a slightly more advantageous position as far as where that circle is going to be pulling. We've seen the circle as well in the top left-hand side of the screen once more. It is going to be a train yard finish here. So all those teams who had gambled a little bit earlier, all of a sudden we've gone from 80% of teams inside of the circle to around 30% of teams as we see Gentrifyinq knocking Sweet out of his shoes. And he's going to have to be rezzed here, but they do have that caustic to maybe look for that opportunity. But no, the nade coming in from Gentrifyinq. He is beaming right now.
Ooh, wait. I mean, that is disgusting. I hear him coughing in the audio. I'm coughing too because that was sick. My
That's
goodness.
how you kill a team. That is how you kill a team. Just headshot, Kraber, walk in, beam, grenade, job done. I don't know what the... Apex is easy, man. Apex is easy.
I mean, really. Yeah, that's all it is. I mean, why aren't we all doing that? If I didn't know, now I know. I'll just do that next game. You know, Apex Predator,
Take
here
notes.
I come. Yeah.
Take
okay.
notes.
Unbelievable stuff there. Gentrifyinq just showcasing the aim yet again and the ability to make the decision and relentlessly pressure. You do not want to be in the iron sights of this man right here, especially with a Kraber in his hand. I am just shaking by my mouse and keyboard, but hey, I know a couple of other players who are by their mouse and keyboard, maybe not shaking, but I'm curious to see what they are doing. Let's go ahead and take a listen in.
Right, this boarding somewhere. Trying to get an angle. I got the Threx in my spitty here.
Oh yeah, yeah. Are you
in this corner?
I have the Kraber right now. I might as well
Okay,
just hold it. Wait, close.
Wait, close on us. One guy. We should try to fucking kill this guy. If you don't die for it, do not die for it.
I can't push him. It's the last guy.
Listen. SF is.
Here.
Listen,
There's two over here
SF
we
has
can
a
start
Kraber.
firing on.
Listen. SF is walking right here, and they have a Kraber. So do not. Just be careful.
Close on our wall.
Let them climb.
He's on our roof. They're gonna all do that.
Kill him. Horizon 1.
Caustic, go.
I got him. Caustic.
I'm stuck.
I got him.
I'm holding our top. I think that's where they went.
Just
no,
wait,
they
just
died.
wait.
They're all dead.
Okay, well, I was.
Grab that. No, it's fine.
I need to loot this.
I'm picking up the map. Okay.
Careful.
Tons of heals. I'm dropping bats.
I want to pick up that scout. Fuck the charge rifle.
I dropped bats and cells.
Yeah. Here, take it. Take the fucking
I
scout.
found one. I got one.
Give me the.
Compose,
Give me the charge.
Look, we need to start looking for more kills again.
Yes, I know. Where's the fucking charge rifle at?
It's in the box.
I got it.
Guys over here, the guys on my ping are getting fucking farmed right now.
Yes, I know. I'm looking.
Give me caustic team.
Well, a caustic goal wasted, but not quite a waste as long as you stay alive. I guess that's the point of all your abilities, right? To win the fight, and they certainly did. Mouse and keyboard had a little bit of pressure, and they dealt with it well. A little bit scattered, though, on set, but I feel like that's a good sign for them to have somehow come out on top.
Yeah, Counterlogic Gaming, though, they're not coming out on top of this fight as Madness is going to fall. Woo! He will go down. And SolaFide, I'm just looking at the kill feed at the moment, and Gentrifyinq again, getting another knock with the Kraber, and they are capitalizing every single time. As we also see in the kill feed, once again, Imperial Hal being taken down. Snipe Down is going to exchange a kill, though, and it looks like TSM will actually look to come out on top of that one. But SolaFide now, they're trying to make their move up onto the team that is holding the edge of the circle. Caustic Barrel is going to go down to try and force this player out of that position, but SolaFide, I love the aggression, and I love the Wolfpack mentality from them, right? It's so rare that you won't see SolaFide moving as a complete 3, covering all of the angles they can.
And this is where you have to have the aggression. It's game 3. Things are turning, like we mentioned, on their axis. The world is changing in the competitive landscape because there's only 3 more games remaining after this. And so you're trying to get as much of an advantage as possible, but you're still in a position to where even if one of these hard pushes don't go your way, you have time to walk it back. Game 4, Game 5, Game 6, you can crawl your way back. You're already second place. You're leading the lobby, but why not go for the big gamble? You can push these teams knowing you're essentially got a free game over most of them to still stay in contention, and that's what SolaFide is doing. So it's not just Gentrifyinq, who might be the most deadliest man with a Kraber in his hands that we've seen today, but it's really the fact that they're playing this position they're in from the standings point correctly.
Yeah, 100%. I love like I've previously mentioned, teams that recognize the situation and you know, try and capitalize on any advantage they have, not only in the lobby, but you know, in the standings as well. And SolaFide, I love the aggression I'm seeing from them. I think you've summed it up perfectly here as Sentinels now try and make their rotation in, but it looks like a tough way in here for Sentinels on that ramp. They're going to have to work to find a little nook and a little cranny that they can play, but for SolaFide, one thing that's really good for them as well is taking those fights just on the edge of zone and winning them so successfully. Even though they've probably got one of the most difficult rotations into the zone at the moment, as far as teams who are going to be watching them, they've got so much loot to play with, and they've also got designful beaming people result in getting kills as well. They're going to have full red armor, they're going to have all the armor, all the attachments they possibly want, as well as so many heals. They can afford to take fights, disengage, take fight, disengage, and just disrupt everybody who's in the lobby.
I mean, this is just such a dangerous composition right now. Caustic, Gibraltar, and Wraith about to enter into final zone. This is not what you want. Defensive bombardment was used, so that will be ready most likely by ultimate ring in. But it's just going to be up to who can stop them. It doesn't look like it's going to be Cruelty. Scissors with a nice 104, but I'm not sure he can get out alive. Armor Swap, he's going to maybe try it, and he's going to get it. Wow, that was technical. I love what I just saw there. He's going to at least get some damage back, but there's not enough that he could have done to survive. But at least he puts Rogue in a difficult position, and Rogue trying to come and get involved here in terms of their dynamic, but just not enough to really cement it. It's Mouse and Keyboard who started this. We heard a little listening, 5th or 6th in the lobby. They've got a Kraber in hand. They're still alive, and we're starting to get the landscape here, and it's looking like TSM. They're also in the center of this.
Yeah, TSM in a pretty good spot here. All those teams that are to the north of them are going to have to rotate through. SolaFide, one of those teams who are going to have to make their way towards Train Yard. They're going to be kind of hoping that other teams won't be looking at them. There'll be a strange engagement go down that's going to allow them to move up without being seen. And I'm not quite sure here if this is just incredibly fortunate timing coming in from Gentrifyinq, but he just walked across an open field with all of these teams down to the south of where his teammates are and had a free passage in to make this portal, to make this rotation. I think they've been a little bit fortunate, or if it's great scouting coming in from the Wraith.
Oh, you can see he knows where the damage is coming from. It's on high, but they've got that portal. It's going to be looked at right now, and you can see he's in a little bit of a dangerous position. They know where he ported back to, and now look, he's getting shot. You got to hope that CLG on the top doesn't look at him, and they don't. It's actually really, I think, Mouse and Keyboard who might be firing a little bit. It could also be just a little bit on that east side team. We're not quite sure who that is, but we know SolaFide has now kind of pushed and created the space, but this is the fight that they're going for. They need to try to move in a little bit more, give themselves opportunities. This is the struggle. If they can do it, though, they have cemented themselves pretty securely into the top 6 with a decent spot.
TSM trying to put the pressure on these teams below them now in this carriage. We're down to 6 squads remaining now as round 5 will be closing. Teams might be forced to fight, or are all of these teams safe? Here comes the move from SolaFide then. They're going to play the backside of this huge structure just to the north of Train Yard. Fighting going down in these carriages below. TSM are going to be overlooking this. SolaFide, though, they're on the other side in this war, and they might have an opportunity to pick up some kills as well. And it just seems like every single time we watch a SolaFide point of view at the moment, they are beaming, they are crushing, and they are winning fights as Gentrifyinq once again picks up KP.
And you got to see if he can get the shield bat off. He does it. He goes down. Oh, my God. And it's Greek God TTV. Maybe not the one you thought of or knew, but it's the one that, oh, boy, Gentrifyinq just got introduced to. I'll tell you that. A grenade does the trick. And now SolaFide are in trouble. But Gentrifyinq, I guess with an armor swap and a quick res, is able to make it happen. This is huge. Gentrifyinq and the rest of SolaFide not giving up, although they're having so much pressure, and now it's from Snipe Down side. In fact, they take Snipe Down in return.
I think he might have got portaled back, though, Snipe Down. He hasn't been finished, so TSM still with a full complement of players. Every single team who is left at the moment with a complement of players, a full complement, excuse me. CLG, you can see, sorry, excuse me, not CLG. It's actually a team above them, a former CLG player, excuse me. You see the tag, and sometimes it catches you off guard. It's PB Sandwiches who are up on top here, overlooking everything, and you have to feel like they're in the best position just to rain down shots. But the difficult years, even though they have high ground, even though we've been talking about how advantageous high ground can be, they don't have clear shots due to the cover of those carriages below them.
I mean, this is a mess. This is an absolute mess. There's no other way to describe it. This is chaos, just incarnate. And these teams are having to make it out. That's the challenge. You want to get good at Apex? Learn to manage these situations that are unmanageable. Learn to fight when there's no clear path, and you just have to ad-lib. It's improv at its finest in an FPS format. And boy, oh boy, is it good to see PB sandwiches on set. Nobody's mad at a PB sandwich. Come on, if you're in the chat and you don't like that, I got nothing for you. And at the end of the day, we'll see if PB sandwiches with this caustic ult have something for the lobby here as this final circle, it's about to end.
Hey man, I'm hungry, but I'm even hungrier to watch this final circle and how it transpires and how these teams shift and how these kills go down. The zone is starting to close slowly behind them. It's almost like Doom is knocking at the door for every single person. You can hear that ring. The audio cues ringing in behind every single pair of ears that's in this lobby. SolaFide still involved as well. The Gibraltar defensive bombardment will be coming in as well. One team trying desperately to cross. No one has been taken out as yet. You can see TSM still involved there at the top. PB sandwiches now. Sorcery going to be forced inside of the void. But Gentrifyinq once again in the kill feed. Takes down, snipe down. It's carnage. But it looks like SolaFide once again somehow seem to be reigning supreme.
And 5 squads left, they better, because they need to get that first place here if they want to have an option to move ahead in these standings. SolaFide coming in at second place here with massive shots, looking to secure first. A big shot there, and there's the arc star, and SolaFide! They will do it! They survive the mayhem! And they make sure that they stay at the top of the leaderboards. My goodness! If I've ever seen a harder in-circle to navigate with more twists and turns, bumps and bruises along the way, I forgot it, because SolaFide, having gotten the win off of that, seem to have mastered the element of finding an option where there doesn't seem to be one. And that's why right now they are at the top of the leaderboards in NA.
That was the perfect game from SolaFide. Every single thing they did in that game worked. Whether it was looking to create an opening with a crazy Kraber shot, whether it was, you know, pushing a team who are in a disadvantageous position and cleaning that fight up cleanly without losing a player, whether it was, you know, repositioning and then having to retreat and find somewhere else to play when we saw them try and portal into the big building and then deciding to play defense. SolaFide made every single decision perfectly and the right decision, and they closed out and clutched in the final moments as well. I mean, they were second place before this game got underway, but they will certainly be in first place now, and they seem to have so many kill points as well. That could have been the game. That could be the game that really does cement them at the top of the table with only 3 games to go here. I mean, I say only 3 games to go. We've got 3 games, of course, gone. But at the halfway stage, SolaFide taking the opportunity that was presented to them and taking it incredibly well. Amazing game from them.